Hello, it's Nicolette, and today I'm talking about some of my all-time favorite French films that are on Netflix. Get ready to add these to your queue. There's no question about it, this list has to start with The Untouchables. This film was a box office hit in France, and because nothing is sacred, they remade it in America. This film, starring xoxo and Omar Sy, follows the friendship between Philippe, a wealthy quadriplegic, and his newly hired caregiver, Dries. At first, the two don't really get along. Dries doesn't want to be working with him, and Philippe doesn't want to admit he needs help. But over the course of the film, a friendship forms between the two men, and they're able to offer each other an inspiring, fresh perspective on the world. This movie is wonderful, it's heartwarming, it's funny, it has great performances, and it's inspired by a true story, which makes it even more moving. So if you haven't seen this film, definitely go and add this to the top of your Netflix queue. Honestly, I am so excited to talk about this next film because it is probably my favorite animated film, J'ai perdu mon corps, or I Lost My Body. This animated feature is about a severed hand. Yes, you did hear that correctly. A severed hand that escapes from a laboratory refrigerator to reunite with its body. The film is told through both present day and flashbacks, and simultaneously follows the severed hand, as well as its body, which is a young man living in Paris. This film was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Animated Feature, and rightly so. I was just blown away the first time that I saw this film. It is so beautiful, so poetic, it has an amazing soundtrack, and it's honestly incredible the level of emotional connection you're able to build with this hand. That really takes some solid writing and filmmaking skills. So yes, definitely do not miss this film. Add it to your queue, go watch it tonight. I've watched it multiple times. That is how much I adore this film. This next film is another award-winning feature. Devines is a drama from writer-director Oudya Benyamina and tells the story of a teenager living on the outskirts of Paris. Her and her best friend start working for a local drug dealer with the hopes of becoming rich and escaping their circumstances. Things get intense and complicated, and there is a ton of twists and turns. For me, it was really the friendship between these two characters that really sold this movie for me. They have such chemistry, they are just electric together, and they are such incredibly talented actresses, so that alone is worth watching this movie for. I do want to say that this film is not lighthearted. It is not a happy, feel-good movie. It is one of those movies that you think about for days after because it is just so intense. So just know that going in, but it is so worth it. This film is really well done and incredibly impressive that this is the director's first feature. Yeah, that just is amazing as well. So definitely don't miss out on this film. If you need something more lighthearted after that film, I highly suggest The African Doctor. I featured this film in my video about feel-good French movies, but I wanted to include it again on this list just because I enjoyed it so much. This film is based on a true story and is about a Congolese medical student who, after finishing school, turns down a job in Africa for a residency in northern France. Due to a miscommunication, his family thinks they're moving to Paris, but turns out they're moving to a super tiny town in northern France.
Oui, dans un petit village au nord de Paris.
Ah, la Paris!
Enfin, c'est un peu plus au nord.
Le printemps, les Champs-Élysées!
Bienvenue à Marly-Gaumont!
It's the 1970s, no one in this town has met a black person, so it's a rough start. Overall, this film is heartwarming, funny, and inspiring. It's one of those movies that just makes you feel good. Plus, who doesn't love some good 70s wallpaper and outfits? The next film I want to suggest is Jonas. This is a gay coming-of-age drama that intertwines two moments in the main character's life. One when he was a teenager in the 90s coming to terms with his sexuality, and then 18 years later as an impulsive, troubled 30-something. I don't want to give away much plot-wise about this movie because there are a lot of twists and turns and reveals that I just don't want to spoil. Just know that this film has incredible cinematography, it is so beautiful, and it really delivers a deep, raw, emotional story. It does a fantastic job of showing the tragedy and the weight that events and relationships from your past can hold. And it's just really moving and fascinating to see these two separate parts of this character's life really intertwine and be in dialogue with each other. So definitely add this one to your list as well. Alright, well, there are a ton of great French films on Netflix. I obviously could not include them all on this list, so let me know in the comments what's your favorite French film. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching. Au revoir!